didn't. No. But you did create a network, and I suppose it's what you do with that next opportunity, isn't it?
Exactly. And, you know, Twitter, I just started using Twitter to market the business, and that's when I saw the power of Twitter, actually, because I used to tell stories on the website about real stories of people, like a father that had 3 daughters, his wife died, and he had to do all that talk thing and all. And he had a lovely story, and it ended up on Morning Ireland, you know. So I saw the power of Twitter. And you see that every day yourself. We saw it today, actually, as well. The power of social media and of you putting up a post and mentioning someone else. And that's why Margaret Malloy is here, by the way, because she does so much for Irish fashion. And I've been watching her for years. And this is the kind of thing that people like to see. When you start helping others, like, you're helping me today by tweeting and using the hashtag. That's helping me today. It's helping us. It's getting us seen by more people. It's helping Sage, our sponsors, all be seen as well. So that's what it's about. So that's really how it all
It is that
started.
momentum, isn't it?
Yeah.
And not just Twitter, I suppose. I know your Twitter is your chosen social media platform.
Yeah.
But I suppose whether you're on Instagram or even LinkedIn, you know, it gives you a certain profile and a kudos as well, that people are talking about the events. Yeah. So lead us in then to the Women's Inspire Network and how that started.
Well, I used to go to networking events and I felt so lonely in the room. I just felt like, who do I think I am, like, coming here? Like, you know, I was like, oh my God, I didn't have the right clothes, didn't know the right lingo. I felt like all the women there were, you know, red lipstick and high heels. Oh, Jesus, that's me today, isn't it? Well,
she has become that woman.
No, but you know what I mean? I felt...
parasuits.
I just felt like I didn't fit in or something, and it was me, it was my stuff, but I also felt that people were being left out, and I felt like I wasn't the only one being left out. And there was some places I went where I was ignored, and I felt that wasn't fair. And I was like, why are they ignoring me? And, you know, and I knew I had something special, and so I didn't feel like I was being taken seriously. Especially with Tweeting Goddess being the name, like, I just felt that I wasn't being taken seriously. But it's just a brand, you know, that's all it is. It does what it says in the tin. So, like, even in America, people say, like, you know, oh, Tweeting Goddess. They don't call me Samantha. Like, it's mad. So it's just a brand. So I've just been really lucky as well with the brand that I chose. But, like, Women's Inspire Network, I just noticed there was no Twitter chat for women. It was all other stuff. And so I decided to create Women's Inspire. And then we created the Facebook group. But then I was exhausted. We had 8,000 members in the Facebook group, and everybody wanted a piece of me. I don't know why, but everyone wanted a piece of me, and I just was wrecked. And so I said, I have to be a businesswoman now, and I have to think about how... That's just the ghost outside. But, you know, I said, how can I make this viable for myself so that I add value for the members as well? So with online, Anna, you see, like, you don't... I couldn't get to networking events. You know, you can see Claire with her baby here. I mean, she asked, could she bring the baby? And I said, yeah, of course you can. Because that was one thing that stopped me getting to events, was I had a daughter and I was a lone parent and I couldn't get to these networking events. So I have to walk the walk as well, you know, and help others coming up along, like young women as well. Like my daughter, she's 20 and she started her own business. So it's just amazing. So I suppose I just wanted to create something special. I wanted to create something where people would actually... There was no bitches. There's no bitches here today.
They're not allowed in.
No. There was no bitching. And I'm sorry, but it is real. Like, there's a lot of people out there who aren't very nice, but there's a hell of a lot of better people out there as well. Nice people, good people who will support you and will help you. And as you know, I'm 11 years sober as well, so I kind of live a life that's a bit different anyway, that I try and help someone every day. Like, it makes me feel good, and it actually helps me stay well.
Well, we talk about challenges at these events every time, and we have various experts in their fields, where it's career coaching or motivational coaching. You have lived it. You have gone through it.
Been there, done that.
Yes. Would it be fair to say you were an alcoholic, Sam?
Oh yeah, I am. I still say I am. I'm a recovering alcoholic. So I'm 11 years sober, but I still go to meetings. And I help a lot of people who might be suffering. And there could be someone in this room that's suffering, you know, you just don't know. And there could be someone whose brother or sister, we all know someone. It's Ireland, for God's sake. We all know somebody in the family, you know. But I was always like... It was more loneliness for me was a big thing, and I just decided I didn't want to be sick and tired anymore, and I knew I had potential, but I didn't know what it was. So apparently my talent is connecting people. I have my one-to-one 6-week program. Who's done my 6-week program here? There's a few of you. Sandy's here, and yes, the Pepper Hustle girls and Avril and so. Yeah, so I mean, I try and Kirsten, from Amsterdam, So I try and what I do is I just show them how I did it. Like, so I help them use Twitter and LinkedIn, and that's how I earn a living now. Yeah. So it's actually lovely, and we also have the team that we manage. Social media accounts as well. You
can say legitimately, my team, which is a nice space to be in, isn't it? Because we often say that, my agent says that to me, you need to use language like that more often because it gives a sense of scale. And actually, that's not a bad tip for anyone who has a kitchen table business or whatever the term, who used that term earlier on. It's so true. You know, you're running your business from your kitchen table, but actually you need to dress like the job that you want. You need to behave, you need to talk like it. And, you know, if you're talking to suppliers or you're pitching in to a supermarket that you want to sell your product or whatever it might be, if you talk in that language, it just gives this sense of scale, doesn't it?
I suppose, yeah.
And I'm not saying be a complete fraud or make stuff up, but just having this belief in yourself, I suppose.
It's how you say things and how you react to things as well. Because I remember I got this email once and I was like, whacking. And I was like, dying to, and I didn't reply. And I think is one of the slogans in AA, you know. And I went, think. And I'm so glad I did, because the response I was going to send was not as nice as the one I sent.
And not as professional.
So just be aware, it is important. But at the same time, be yourself. Yeah. And everyone knows me in here that I walk the walk. I do be myself. And I genuinely do care about people. And I think that's the difference. I think if you don't genuinely care, it's going to show.
Of course.
If you really are passionate about what you do, and you really do want to chase your dream, whatever it is, and you want to be on this stage next year, for example, then make it happen. You can make it happen. I mean, anyone that, like, people can sponsor the event and be on the stage and get the stand. I mean, there's ways to do it where you actually get that chance on the stage. And then someone could be in the audience that has another event coming up, and they say, actually, I saw this girl and she was brilliant, and next thing you're speaking at something else. So there are loads of possibilities. It's just about asking.
I think the hardest thing is going out in the first place to join this whole, especially if you've been on payroll somewhere and you've had the security of a job where you have your pension and your VHI or whatever it is, and then you're out in this world of, as you say, super slick business women at these women in business events, and you can feel totally intimidated, can't you?
Yeah.
You really can. You're like, oh my God, I'm not worthy. And there's also a sense of, oh my God, they're going to find me out. Do you know, like I'm trying to be some kind of a fraud here. Do you know? So taking that first step is huge.
Yeah.
In terms of maintaining the success and building on it, which, you know, you're a great example of, what's the key to that?
Resilience, really good support. It is really important. I wouldn't be able to do half the things I do without my husband. I was just lucky, like third time lucky. I got married, you know. Literally. Either I'm a nightmare to live with or I just don't put up with any crap, you know. But, you know, I got married for the third time. And he's wonderful. And, you know, it is really important to have that support. And that's why if you don't have family or you don't have a good partner or you don't have a good girlfriend or husband or whatever, then get something like the Women's Inspire Network around you, because it is kind of like a family thing. And I'm not being wishy-washy and airy-fairy about that. I mean, I do get trolls and stuff saying, oh, she thinks she's bleeding Oprah. You know, I don't think I'm Oprah. Anna's Oprah, I know. I don't think I'm Oprah. Not yet, anyway, no. But, like, I do feel that, you know, it's life. That's what's real. You know, we need to look after each other and support each other. Stop the bitching, help each other. There's plenty of business for everyone. But for you, stand out. That's what's going to make you successful. What is going to make you stand out from the others, and what's your unique selling point? It's you.
It's you. And be true to yourself. Yeah. What would you say to people who are in a very crowded marketplace? There's lots of great companies and great business women and men. But what if you're in a space where there's a lot of people doing something similar? Because you have your own competitors to deal with as well, don't you? I'm in a league of my own. But you do have to believe that. Yes, you do have to believe that. But how do you deal with the competition or with people saying, do you know what, I'm going to join that other network or I'm going to buy that other product?
They're not my customers then. That's okay. You know, and of course we all have competitors. I have competitors. But they can try to be me, but they won't be me because I'm the unique thing to it. But also, competitors might have different skill sets to me. I'm not brilliant on Instagram. That's why I have Sharon on my team. I'm not brilliant at websites. That's why I have Esther on my team. You know, so I surround myself with people who are better at the stuff I'm not. But I am brilliant on Twitter and LinkedIn and connecting people. So find what your niche is, what it is that makes you stand out from the rest, and make that your thing.
Okay.
You know?
So hire in the people to do the jobs if you can. Or bribe them, or whatever you need to do, to do the stuff that you're not so great at.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because you can't be all things to all
people.
No,
I'm not. I'm terrible with numbers. Where's Martina? Poor Martina, my virtual assistant. Where is she? Hiding, probably. So there she is.
She's hiding from you.
That's Martina. She's my virtual assistant. And when you do say, oh, I'll connect you with my PA, that's very impressive, you know. It's like she's in Dundalk, I'm in Wexford, like, and I connect them.
But it works.
But Martina is my gatekeeper because, like, people would say, "Oh, I'd love you to speak at our event."